Hey, what's up, beautiful black people? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from the Black Business School and the Your Black World Network. Now, I found something, I was going through boxes of stuff, and I found something that I wanted to show you guys. Just because people want to peep in my background and ask me questions. Where'd you come from? Where'd you get your degree from? And blah, 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 blah. And I've mentioned to you guys, those who ride with me, you know the story. But I wanted to show you guys something I just found. This is my dissertation that I wrote when I was at Ohio State, and I finished my PhD in finance. These are my advisors, Professor Andrew Caroli, David Hirschleifer, Jayanta Sen. And the title is Investor Sentiment, Trading Patterns, and Return Predictability. So basically that's, the ability to predict stock returns based on trading patterns, investor sentiment. Investor sentiment is how investors feel at the moment. Like that's, whether they are feeling optimistic, pessimistic, or whatever, speculative, or whatever the case may be. And the dissertation, I don't even remember if you would ask me how many pages it was. I can't remember. But it looks like it's about 140 something pages. So I'm going back through page, all the way up to page 144, 143. These are some of the graphs. Autocorrelations, inverse autocorrelations, and partial autocorrelations for growth and turnover. Turnover is how stocks get traded and how many times a particular stock gets traded over and over. So I just thought I would show this to you guys. So anybody who ever runs around and says, Dr. Boyce Watkins, he ain't no real doctor. He ain't got no real PhD. He does have a real PhD. There's nothing about my background that I hide from anybody. I just want to show you guys this. And these are all the references. And the reason I just think it was kind of cool to find this was because when I was writing this dissertation, I remember being so overwhelmed, just thinking, how am I going to write 140, 150 pages of very complicated material? And, this was not like writing, some sort of romance novel. This was like, basically, you got 20 tables, interactive effects via cross-sectional regressions, risk-adjusted returns to positive or negative consistency portfolios, long horizon implications of consistency portfolios, blah, 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 blah. And this is where I put the dedication. I dedicated this to, I remember this to my son David, who will never be forgotten. Also dedicated to my mother Robin. This belongs to you. A lot of people don't know about the story of my son David. David was he wasn't really my son. He was actually the son of a woman I dated a long time ago when I was very young. And, she married somebody else and, he was gone and it made me really sad. But I love the kid. And actually he came back, he reached back out to me. And so he actually works with me now. He reached out to me after the age of, I think he's 23 now. And that was really cool because that was always my dream. I always wanted my son to come back. I wanted to see him. I said, I'm going to wait till he gets older and maybe I'll get to see him again. And he came back. He was like a son to me. I raised him till he was about 5. This is TMI. I don't tell many people about this, but I raised him till he was about 5. And I love that little boy like he was my own. And then, sometimes things happen and, people make decisions and you're not always happy with them, but you live with them. And so I didn't get to see him, for years. And it was it was pretty sad for me. I don't like the idea of losing a child is just not fun. Like you don't want to lose kids. That's not cool. And so when he got older, he reached back out. I guess he'd heard of me and et cetera. That's the coolest thing about doing this job that I do is, kind of like being in the public eye. It's like you hear from a lot of people that you never thought you'd hear from again. Like I have a brother from my biological father who reached out to me, and a sister from my biological father, and just cousins and Pookie Nim and everybody. And I don't mind it. I really like it. And it leads to like a lot of reflection. And so it lets you know, as life goes on, you never know how things are going to change for you, So don't ever think that what you have or what's happened already is the end of the story. The story can change in a lot of ways, and you have to be humble to that fact. But anyway, I just wanted to share this, this video or this image with you guys or whatever it is about my dissertation. Sorry, I knocked this thing over. Because I thought it was kind of cool to see it, and I want to encourage you. If you have something you're trying to do, something you're trying to finish or work on, and it's really really hard, I want you to stay with it. I want you to give 100%. I don't want you to ever give up, because most big elephants get eaten one bite at a time, just one little bite at a time. So if you see something that looks big and you feel like you can't do it, it's okay. Just take one bite, another bite, and just bite, 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 bite. and before you know it, you'll be at the finish line. So keep it moving, be strong. The other thing, don't forget, we have the All Black National Convention next month in Atlanta. You can find out more about that and buy your tickets now. The tickets prices are going to go up, so buy your tickets at allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. I'm going to be there in Atlanta for 3 days. We're going to talk about everything black. It's called the All Black Convention because I want to just talk about black people. Black stuff is what interests me the most. That's what I like to think about. That's who I am, and that's what it's going to be. Also, if you happen to be a person that can benefit from advice on time management, goal setting, achieving the goals in your life, and overcoming obstacles, dealing with setbacks, we have a great class on that in the Black Business School called Black Keys to Greatness. You can find out about the class at blackkeystogreatness.com. That's blackkeystogreatness.com. It's really me just being a friend, a dad, a mentor, an advisor, an instructor, professor, where literally the class is not, a lot of my classes are about money, but I believe the best, most important class you can get is one about life. And all I do is just share everything that I wish somebody had shared with me when I was younger, or things that may help you in terms of accomplishing your goals. I'm a big believer that people who are high achievers tend to have a different mentality. People who are high achievers tend to have a very different approach to everything. So don't ever think that greatness, success, whatever you want to call it, achieving your goals is about luck. No, it's about execution. It's about focus. It's about avoiding mistakes. It's about little things like not marrying the wrong person. Staying in school long enough. Incorporating education into your day-to-day life. All those things matter. And I think it's very important to understand this. And I think as a black man, it's critically important because, there's so many traps for black men to fall into. That if you're not a thoughtful person, or if you are a follower and not a leader, you're going to get sucked into those traps, because there's a lot of things that are designed to destroy black men, to convince black men to destroy each other. Even in Chicago, when these guys are killing each other, what they don't tell you is that some brothers have told me that they go in the alley and they find boxes full of guns. They're like, here's a bunch of guns. We want y'all niggas to go kill each other. And that's pretty much what we're dealing with. And I think that critical thinking skill is that important. I think that, it disgusts me. It really bothers me when I see lots and lots of people who just want to talk about the party and, get high and drunk and just do whatever, and don't want to actually do anything for their future. It really worries me. It worries the hell out of me, because I'm sitting there thinking, wow, you're really setting yourself up to be a victim. You're in the middle of a battlefield, and you all you looking at is where the weed at, nigga, where the hose at, where the liquor at. Like literally. I mean, when people fill you up with that mindset, what they're doing is they're distracting you, because a distracted person can easily be destroyed. So whether you're a young woman or a young man, or older woman, older man, don't think that you're crazy because you're intelligent. There's nothing crazy about being smart. There's nothing crazy about being thoughtful and critical and serious and wanting to sit with your friends and have deep, meaningful conversations, as opposed to going out to the club. There's nothing wrong with that. That should be the culture, because people who think like that, people who are like that, tend to get what they want out of life. Everybody else complains and gets upset because other people are successful and they're not. You don't want to be one of those people. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and bounce on out of here. Don't forget the classes at blackkeystogreatness.com. You can get the first month for free, actually, so you can try it out, see if you like it, and if you like it, you can stay. I think it's worthwhile. I think it'll be the best investment you ever made. So take care, guys. Love you, and I will talk to you soon. Be good. Peace.